Lesson 48, Polynomials, Degree, and Adding Polynomials. So let's remember first what is a polynomial. A polynomial is an algebraic expression that has special characteristics. For example, it is of the form axn, where the a is a numerical coefficient and it has to be a real number. And also the n, which is the exponent, has to be a positive integer or a zero. So let's look at some examples. All those three examples are polynomials that are meeting those requirements. Now, a polynomial is usually written in descending order looking at the exponents. For example, you can see here 15, 14, and going down. Now, it could have all of the exponents, or it could jump, like it jumps here from 14 to 9, but the idea is to keep the order. Now notice that the last one here doesn't have an x, but it actually does. It's just that the exponent is 0, and so it's all the way to x to the 0, which remember x to the 0 power is 1, so 1 times 5 is 5, and that's why it's not necessary to write that. Now, there are different names for the polynomials. First, we have the monomial. Remember, mono means one. So it's one term. And all those are examples of monomials. Then we have a binomial, which is two terms. And the terms are divided by an addition or a subtraction sign. Then we have the trinomial, and tri means 3. So we have 3 terms. Notice again how each term is separated by a plus or a minus sign. Finally, we have polynomial, and the polynomial means many, so it's for whenever we have 4 or more. Then we have this concept of the degree of a term. To explain that, I'm going to give a couple of examples. In the first example, the degree of that term is 3, because we have to add all of the exponents to find the degree of a term. So in this case, 1 plus 2 is 3, and that would be the degree of that first term. Now notice that we're not multiplying or doing anything with that. We're just adding to find the degree of the term, but that's it, nothing else. In the second example, the degree is adding 2 plus 4, which is 6. And in the last one is 8, because we only have one letter. For the degree of a polynomial, we're gonna find the degree of each of the terms and then choose the biggest to decide which one is the degree of the polynomial. So in this case, like we said, we're going to add 2 plus 5, that is 7. Then we have 1 plus 1, that is 2. And 3 plus 6, which is 9. So the degree of the polynomial is 9 because we choose the degree of the term that has the biggest degree. So let's look at this example. They're asking us to add, but in order to add 2 polynomials, what we have to look is for like terms. And we've done that in the past. What we have to do is look for the letter that has the same exponent. So I'm going to add the x3 plus the 2x3. Now remember, this is just like if you are adding 1 banana plus 2 bananas. That is 3 bananas. We do not change the exponent. Then we go with 3x2, but there is no x squared on this other side. So what we have to do is just write the number with no change. Finally, we have the plus 6 plus 14, which is plus 20. And that's our answer. Very simple exercise. The second exercise says also to add, and then we see a subtraction sign. Now remember, a negative sign is going to change the sign of all the terms inside of the parentheses because we are subtracting all of them. So what we're going to do is write everything of the first parenthesis first, and then we're going to rewrite the second parenthesis, changing the signs. Minus x to the 4th power plus 2x to the 3rd power minus 4x squared. And now we're going to do the like terms. So 3x4 minus x4 is 2x4. Then we don't have x3 on the first one, but we have on the second one. So we'll just write it as it is. Then we have the negative 5x2 minus 4x2, which is minus 9x squared. And finally, we have the 7, and that would be our answer. Now, in this next exercise, I would suggest you stop the video and try to do it by yourself. Remember that you need to always write the answer in descending order of the variables. So look at the variables and write them in descending order. Okay, so if you already did it, let's see how you did. We're going to first write all of the terms of the first parentheses. Because there's no negative in front of that parentheses, there's no change. But the second parenthesis has a change because of the negative in front of it. So we'll change the minus to plus and the plus to minus. Now that we have everything together with the right sign, we're going to look for like terms. The first one doesn't have a like term, so we're just going to keep it the same. The 6x2 goes with the minus 4x2, which is plus 2x2. The minus 2x goes with the plus 5x, so it's plus 3x. We subtract and keep the sign of the biggest. And then plus 8 plus 10 is plus 18. And that would be the answer. I hope you got it correct. If not, make sure you see what was your mistake and make the correction. And that's it. So make sure you do these exercises very carefully, and I'll see you in the next video.